Hello guys, what's going on? It's Erad, and so the holiday season is about to end, and with it, our Jumptown event that we had throughout Christmas and New Year's Eve as well. And I think that this time, this Jumptown event was maybe not as successful as the previous ones. It just, there wasn't much action, not many people were there, and very often when I went there, I was alone. I was just, stacking boxes, putting them in my ship, and it was quite boring. Although there have been a few times where other people came and there was some action, but it was not nearly as epic as in previous times. And so in this video, I'm going to pinpoint a few reasons that could explain why it was the case. Number one, I think that because Jumptown is no longer the most profitable place to be at. Remember, what's important in Star Citizen is how much money you make per hour if you care about money. If you care about fun, of course, that's also something completely different. But the reality is that a lot of people want to make money so that they can buy ship, they can buy equipment, or they can just brag about who has the biggest bank account. That's what it is. And so, if you want to make the most money per hour, that's not Jumptown. Right now, these are the extremely risky target bounty hunting missions as well as salvage. These are the ones that can bring perhaps tens of millions of alpha UEC per holding. It's absolutely insane, and it's also quite low risk at the same time. The only risky part would be when you are trying to sell your drugs at some of the brickyards where maybe you have some pirates who might be waiting for you, but that's about it. And if you have salvage, that's absolutely low risk at all. You can just sell them at the landing zones. The only risk if pirates are waiting for you with a mantis, but that's it here. So that's the first reason why I believe that less people were interested in Jumptown. It's just not where you can make the most money anymore. Number two, I think that the problem here was the F8 Lightning, because CIG decided to sell the F8 Lightning last year. It was a really huge and successful sales event for CIG, for sure. Definitely contributed in making it the most profitable, at least the year with the most income for Star Citizen, that's for sure. But the result is that a lot of people have bought the F8, and as it might be maybe not necessarily the best, but the most used, and definitely maybe one of the most powerful ships there is. Definitely the meta for players like myself who are not necessarily very gifted in fighting with a ship, but still want a lot of firepower, because that could give an edge over somebody who doesn't have an F8. And so lots of F8s, and I'm guilty too. I brought every time I went to fight with a fighter, I also brought F8s, and so it probably discouraged a lot of people out there as well, because they're just so people are gonna come with an F8, it's not really interesting. I don't have an F8, I'm gonna lose, and that's it. So it resulted with a lot of fights, F8s versus F8s, and it also got a little boring as well. Number three, technical issues here. And that's been really a problem for me and quite a few people here, especially around Hurston with very low frames per second. I also had issues on Macrotech where the place was just clipping all over and it was absolutely terrible. All of that was seen on stream. Those of you who went to my Twitch channel and saw the stream saw all those problems. Yeah, it was pretty bad, and definitely if other players have experienced those issues, they definitely didn't want to go back for that. Last but not least, I think that Jumptown needs to be developed a little bit more here. We've got anti-infantry turrets here, which by the way have limited ammo, so that's also not very interesting. Once you use them, you can't refill them, so you can't use them anymore. But I think that this place needs anti-air turrets that you can use, and also I think that there need to be other alternatives to get rid of fighters. Since the F8s are the problem, why not having, anti-air guns that can counter F8s? Well, it's very easy for an F8 to take down, let's say, a ballista or also a Centurion. So I think that CIG should buff ground vehicles. Ground vehicles, in my opinion, should be getting a bonus in terms of range compared to vehicles that are in the air, so that at least there is an incentive to be using those ground vehicles and they can have an advantage. Say, give them an advantage of an extra 500 meters of range or 1 kilometer of range compared to fighters, and I can tell you that there will be lots of players out there who will come with ground vehicles and they will shoot down those F8s, and it could even entice ground warfare, because the only way to have air superiority will be to destroy those vehicles, so players will be coming with other ground vehicles, and it will be a very interesting fight, not just infantry fight for the control of the station, but also vehicle fight for the control of air defenses, or at least for having air superiority. So there we have it, guys. These are 4 points that could be the reason why Jumptown was not as successful as it used to be. It's just not profitable. The F8 is the meta there, and it's discouraging. Technical issues, and there's a lack of air defenses. If you have any other possible explanations, let me know in the comment section down below. Maybe you went to Jumptown a lot. I went to Jumptown a lot, but I did not enjoy it that much, actually. So yeah, I understand people who did not go. Let me know in the comment section down below. We've got multiple giveaways this month. We got the giveaway on Gleam. I'll put the link in the comment section. Look out for the pinned comment down there. And also for my Patreon and YouTube members on Discord, there's also a giveaway where we're giving away a Centurion, speaking of ground vehicles, right? Guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. A big shout out to Dr. Forbin, Zero Crusher, Deplorable Fidel, as well as Ducky to Ducker. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button if you did enjoy my content. It always helps with the algorithm. Shout out to Joseph Molin and Mravenu for becoming Patreons once again, and I will see you guys in the next one.